See, that's the beauty of the dealer hall. It gets locked up at night.
Yeah. The EMC is locked up too, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
So the
Yes, it is.
second aspect is I did check with Shelton just now about the lost and found issue. Since he wants Yojimbo to be basically emergency services, the lost and found stuff is going to be kept in the office.
Okay,
with,
so lost and found will be out.
Infodesk. Yeah.
Okay.
Infodesk will do it too.
Cool. That's good to know. Yes.
Another thing about the lost kids at our work, if they're old enough to talk, ask them for their mommy or daddy's name.
Yeah.
Because that really does help.
Yes, it does.
And ask them, is it okay if I take your hand, or do you want to sit on my shoulders? Because that's what we do. We're allowed to pick them up if they say it's okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, just make sure they.
But
walk
then
in front of
are
you.
you liable to drop them?
I've never. I'm.
You could like
never dropped
trip
a
on
kid, but
someone's cage, but
Send the gigantic headrest.
Well, see, as far as Yojimbo, see,
He's going low.
no, she's got a bit of,
Yeah, she's got a point.
she's got a bit of an interesting point, but I don't foresee that being much of a problem though, because when you're on shift with Yojimbo, you want to be somewhat conservative with your cosplay issues anyway.
no, I mean not the Yojimbo's
Like,
costume.
you just run into some attendee.
Yeah.
Like this people with gigantic staffs, and all of a sudden, bam!
Use judgment. Don't necessarily put them on your shoulders, but if they're young enough, at least maybe do like the whole holding a baby on your hip thing. That is probably a little safer if the child says yes. You have a question?
What would you do in the event that someone blames the con for their missing child?
We would refer the situation to our operations director and the board at that time, and those of us that were involved would give our statements to the necessary people. That's about all we can do. Yes?
Me and Blackjack can probably help with doing the creation station, the adult panels of carding and whatnot.
Okay, that'll be comforting to know. I
Except
do
for the
know.
panels that I'm on.
Well, I'm not on any of those late night panels except as a stand-in, so I.
Well, we'll consider that if we're short-handed, but this is the sort of thing where I would prefer to have the actual permanent Yojimbo staff. Thank you for the offer, though.
What are you doing?
Squeak,
Dancing.
come here. Good squeak. Does anybody have any other questions that you can think of at the moment?
What about people with concealed weapons permits?
Concealed weapons permits.
I don't know if that's another
last time
issue.
actually, yes, it has. The default was the issue. In 06, when he came to the con, I mean, he's a Marine, so he had his 9mm fully loaded at con. And we do not, even with the concealed weapon, we do not allow handguns, and we do not allow knives that require a concealed weapons permit. Those are the kind of things we keep on.
Yeah. The insurance carrier
No
doesn't
guns.
like them.
I can imagine why.
That also brings up a point. Airsoft is a lecture you've heard before. It has to be completely, totally gutted and turned into a cement brick. I apologize if you've paid lots of money for the airsoft guns. If you want to keep them usable for airsoft tournaments and such, go buy a cheap airsoft replica. You can paint it, but it still has to be a cement brick. I'm sorry? Yes, orange tip as well, thank you.
What about like dealing with attendees with you talked about physical disabilities? What about like development?
That's part of what Andrew and Dawn will need to go over, because we actually had an incident in 06 where we had a 15 or 16-year-old girl who was on antipsychotics and off her meds.
Yeah, I'm helping locate this girl when I wonder why the father, by chance, who's talking to the girl's friend, the father asks, "Whoa, has she been taking her medication today?" And I just went, "Oh." I suddenly knew what was going on. But yeah, stuff like that, that was not something we broadcast over the radio. Anything medical, HIPAA violations, don't even think about it. I did it straight in person.
If you suspect there is a person who is off their medications and has mental issues, radio to us, we will call for the Nurse Joy code, and we will also call for his assistance as well, because that requires special handling.
Well, not even like on your meds, but like you talked about like touching with the two fingers to get their attention. A lot of like autism for instance causes extreme sensory issues. And that will like drive them nuts for hours just being touched like that.
Contact as
Right. And that physical contact should always be a last resort. And somebody like that with autism, hopefully, is going to have somebody with them.
Well, because it happens even in a higher functioning. I mean, it's
True.
happening.
Yeah. So,
Although I've not been officially diagnosed with such, I have been told I show many of the same signs, and I actually,
Well, it's very common.
I can see her point, because that, when something like that happens to me, I'll get spooked and I'll stay spooked.
even that is physical contact, definitely last resort. But I mean, but this is going to be a con. This is going to be crowded space. So if there that physical issues, I worry about them.
Oh, yeah. There's flashlights and laser pointers in main events, and just also in hallways in general for possible.
Let me get back to Sheldon on that one, because I don't know how we're going to handle it. Legally, I don't know that we can deal with it.
Yeah,
In the hallways, probably not main events.
yeah.
We can probably post some signage. Let me confirm.
Because I know at my theater we just had some issues last night with people, and my GM asked me when I was off shift, can you please help me watch for these so that we can possibly catch them and ask them to not do that? So.
Did any, Valley, you look like you'd have some questions or somebody over here?
No, oh, there's also a thing with there's gonna be a party later. What's it called?
Ah, yes, signage. Solicitation. You'll see signs up on the walls or people holding up signs that say, we'll give hockey for hugs. Something even as small and innocuous as that is considered solicitation. If you see it up on the wall, you see somebody holding a sign, we have to dispose of such signage. We do not allow solicitation. You can have a sign that says free hug.
Come on,
or
seriously.
hug me, and that's acceptable.
Actually, remember last Kumoricon that was here, there was the entire hallway. Yeah.
That's a potential safety issue. Worst case scenario, we make the long points relocate outdoors.
Any X for Y is solicitation, with one exception. Will blank for blank.
What about
Yeah.
Now, as far as signage goes, well, that also brings up an interesting situation. Room parties. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. If you see people advertising room parties by word of mouth or signage, take down the signs and tell them to please not advertise the parties, as if we catch them in the act, that could hold us liable. And that would be problems. We've actually had instances in the past where underage, like under 18 but not quite little kids stage yet, we've had people get drunk and have alcohol poisoning and have to be taken away to the hospital for necessary treatment. We don't want to deal with that sort of thing. Just trying to prevent that if we can.
what about with the thing of older people hitting younger
That's called sexual harassment and possible pedophilia.
Can they pass the older, like think they're older? Where'd Sheldon go?
Shelton's outside doing a discussion with Kylite and Kenton right now.